Speaking of disturbing reports, Kenya has recorded an increase in torture-related human rights violations that include extrajudicial killings and forced disappearances and torture of children. Now, this is according to the Independent Medical Legal Unit, IMLU. The organization states that in the last 1 year, cases of torture and violence have increased with 482 cases reported, this being double of what was reported between 2021 and 2022. Brian Mushi with that story.
I, William Samoei Ruto.
A year since the swearing in of President William Ruto, and human rights activists have already released their rating of the Kenya Kwanza administration on matters human rights. According to IMLU, cases of torture and violence have increased to 482, an increase of 250 cases compared to a similar period between 2021 and 2022, which reported 232 cases between October the 1st of 2021 and September 30th of 2022. Well, this seemingly going against what the president promised.
For the avoidance of doubt, there will be no extrajudicial killings in the government of Kenya under my administration. Yeah, that is a chapter we must close and weld and bold and put it behind us. The police, I have sat down with the command of the police from the IG downwards, and we have agreed that they will operate within the law.
Further, IMLU says Kenya has witnessed a wave of police brutality, especially meted out on demonstrators during the anti-government demonstrations, extrajudicial killings, death of persons in custody, torture of children, interference with investigative authorities and the National Police Service, among other human rights violations. The victims, men aged 18 to 35, were 314, while those aged between 36 and 65 were 121, minors under 1 year to 17 years were 44, and those aged 65 years and above were 3. 415 of the victims who survived the violence were men, while 67 were women. IMLU says that these are the highest numbers they have ever recorded in a year.
The police are not there to punish. The police are there to keep the law. Punishment is not part of the law. It is on record that all the numbers we have here, all those people, none of them has been arrested by the police as a suspect of any crime. And therefore, the killing that happened in the last 1 year, the maiming that happened, including of children, was not to keep the law.
Although the situation seems disturbing, IMLU also recognizes the progress that has been made, that is, the appointment of a senior pathologist, the completion of the human rights instruments in readiness for the appointment of the Coroner General, the appointment of Court of Appeal judges and the facilitation of the return of lawyer Miguna, the disbursement of the Special Service Unit SSU, the establishment of a task force on police and prison reforms, and financial independence for the National Police Service. Brian Mushiri, NTV, Nairobi.